How do you send money through Wise? The first thing we need to do, obviously, is have our account and of course also have an available balance to be able to send. Although this isn't necessarily a mandatory requirement because we can also send money from the cards we have linked. I'll show you how in a moment. Let's say you have a balance here, so what you do is click on send right here on this green button. When you click send, you'll see an option here asking who you want to send money to. I already have some accounts linked right here. But what you can do is click where it says add a recipient, so just click right there. Remember that you'll be able to send money to certain specific countries, but not all of them. And most importantly, when you send the money, make absolutely sure that the account you choose can receive the specific currency you select. For example, if you're going to send money to an account that only receives Mexican pesos, then you won't be able to send Argentine pesos, for instance. So it's important that you make the right selection here. So let's suppose here that I'm going to send money to a Colombian peso account. I click here and it tells us that we can enter, deposit or provide the bank account details in order to send the money. We click there and here it says who is the recipient. In this situation, we can send the money to ourselves or alternatively to a different person. But before moving on here, remember that another option we have available is in case the currency we want to send is already available as a balance within Wise, we can choose to send it using that method as well. For example, if I were to send dollars, it tells me that I can send the dollars through Wise itself, but if I send Colombian pesos, it tells me that I can send the money, but only through a bank account that accepts Colombian pesos. So I'll select that there and then here I'll indicate that I'm going to send it to another person. Here we have to enter their email address, though this is optional. But why do we do this? Because this is simply to notify the person that we've sent them the money, and so they can track the progress of the funds once it arrives and has been sent to them. So that's important. Then it is absolutely essential and necessary to provide the comprehensive and specific details of the individual recipient who will receive the money. First, we need to enter the person's name, including their last names, and if they have 2 first names or 2 last names, the entire full name here. Next, the bank name. In this case, since I am in Colombia, it only allows me to send money to bank accounts in Colombia, specifically Bancolombia, which is a bank here. And you might wonder why, in case you're from Colombia, it's because they have an exclusive partnership with Bancolombia and you can't send money to any other bank account. So the recommendation is that if you don't have an account here, you should open one, and if you do have an account, then use it. And if you don't have an account, you can also do something else, which is to ask a close friend or family member who has a Bancolombia account if they can receive the money for you and then transfer it to you afterwards. Next, here we have the recipient's account number, so we just enter it exactly as it is. Next, the type of account. For Latin America, generally, they are always savings accounts, so we select savings and then enter the phone number of the person who will receive the money. Again, this is mainly for notifications, to let them know, look, your money has been sent or has arrived, and that's it. Next, here we have these options, which are for selecting the country code prefix. So here you can search for Colombia. In this case, just type call and it will show you +57 and then you would enter the number. Next, the type of ID, meaning the type of document that identifies this person. So there's the national ID, which is basically like the citizenship card, in this case in Colombia, but in other countries it's called DNI. Then there's the foreign ID card in case the person is registered in the country but is from abroad, and then the identity card, which is for cases where the account to which we are sending the money belongs to a minor, and finally the passport. Still, this section here might look different for you depending on the country you're from, and there you just choose the one that applies. I'm going to choose this first one, and then we have to enter the number of the document we selected here, and that's it. Next, here we have to finally choose the country of the person who will receive the money. So in this case, it would be someone from Colombia, and for the city, you can enter, for example, Bogota. Then the address, meaning the physical address of the person. So here you can enter any address, or well, in this case, the specific address of the person. And in postcode, that's the postal code. You can look this up on the internet, you can search what is my postal code, and that's it, you just add it there. Then, once you have entered the account, it will let you send the money, and you can enter here, for example, that you want to send $100. And it will automatically tell you how much that will be in the currency you are sending to, which in this case would be Colombian pesos. And as you saw earlier, I don't have a balance in Wise, so what it recommends is that I pay with a credit card, which is a credit card I linked previously. Here I can click change, and you'll see that it shows I have no money in my Wise balance, but then it shows me other credit cards I can use to send money from there or directly from bank accounts that I have linked to Wise. And if you don't have any, don't worry. To add one, just scroll down and here it shows you other methods. So you can choose to use a credit card, or you can connect a bank account via ACH, which are standard bank accounts in the United States. You can also do a wire transfer or an international transfer, but that is much more expensive, so I generally do not recommend it. And then there is the option of a debit card, which has a lower fee, because as you can clearly see here, the credit card fee is $10.52, while the debit card fee is only $5.75 CalSpin. But clearly the best option here would be to have a balance already in Wise, so you can send money directly from your account and convert it that way. And as you can see, this would be the final amount you receive, and you can simply indicate here when you want to receive the money. If you want to receive it right away, just leave it as is, and if you want to schedule it to be sent on a specific date, like scheduling payments, then you just choose a date here. And once you're done here, you simply click continue. Here, you might run into a problem, which is that if you click continue, you'll probably see an error, like I did. I'm going to send it to a Bancolombia account, as I mentioned, and you don't have automatic deposit enabled. This is basically an option within the bank that allows you to receive money automatically, whereas if you have it set to manual, it won't let you accept this. So, well, that's something important to keep in mind. If you're from another country, this option might not appear for you and you might not get this error, so don't worry. You simply click on pay, you'll see the pay option here, and the money will be sent and you'll be able to check it. And this is exactly how you can send money through Wise.